Morning everybody. Welcome to Sunday's yoga session. Hope we're all feeling okay. Of course, you may be doing this at another point. As always, listen to your body. If you are doing it early with me in the morning, because I can see I've got some people on already, just be mindful that the muscles haven't really worked, haven't really stretched that much as yet. And we're going to start our lesson today in child's pose. So I want you to bring yourself down onto the mat. And knees just slightly widen hip distance, toes together. Sit back onto the hips and relax the body down onto the mat. Now, if it's too far, you can't get your head all the way down, feel free to prop up on top of something. Close the eyes and breathe. And just notice the breath as it is in this moment. Inhaling and exhaling, just in its natural form. Don't need to do anything with it, just breathe. And just notice the body, notice how everything feels. Now I want you to start to lengthen the breath, deepen the breath. So just take that inhale and exhale a little slower. To be heavy in these moments, just inhaling and exhaling. Find some stillness in the mind, so just make sure that we are focusing on ourselves, on our yoga, leaving the external world behind for the next hour or so. And if you struggle with that, if your mind wanders, just bring it back to the breath, just notice the breath again. Inhale, exhale, that always helps. Take an inhale, bring the gaze forward and come up onto the fingertips. So we're just going to open out the sides of the body. I'm going to walk both hands over to the right hand side. So we're opening the left side of the body. So staying in child's pose. And you'll feel that through the left side of the body, through the left ribs. And as you inhale and exhale, the inhale, the ribs will expand. And as you exhale, they'll soften back down. So just staying with that. On your next inhale, come all the way back to the centre. And exhale over to the left hand side, opening the right side of the body. Take an inhale, come back to the centre, bring ourselves onto all fours. Rolling our body over. Let's just take a quick cobra, hands underneath the armpits. Push the floor away with the hands and lengthen. Just a few nice breaths here. Take an inhale and as we exhale, take yourself into puppy dog pose. Take the chin and the chest down onto the mat, lengthen the arms out. Take an inhale, bring that body weight forwards, back over onto the belly, leaving the arms where they are, so hands flat on the mat. Let's come into Sphinx. Take an inhale as we exhale, lower the body down. Take the hands back underneath the armpits. Push ourselves back up onto all fours. I'm going to come into our needle and thread, just going to open the shoulders. So taking the right hand into the centre of the mat, bring the left arm underneath and just relax the face and shoulder down onto the mat. Prop yourself up on a cushion or a pillow or a block if it's too far, and really lengthen that right arm in. Breathe nice and deep. Imagine that breath filling up the space around the shoulders. We're going to extend this stretch into the hips. So what I want you to do is just leaving the shoulder and the face where it is. Bring the right hand back and just plant it down roughly by the side of the face. So take some of the body weight into the right hand and bring that right leg out to the left. And if you can, take the outer edge of the foot out onto the floor. So you're going to rotate that right hip slightly forwards. I'm going to bring this up into gate pose. So plant this right hand down on the mat. Use it to push ourselves up. Bring the right hand onto the side of the thigh. And bring that left arm over. Feel that stretch coming all the way from the hip. Take an inhale, and as we exhale, windmill those hands back down. And take the right leg back. Lengthen the right leg out. Toes down. Heel back. Nice and strong through those standing arms. Take an inhale, bring the knee towards the forehead. So we're coming into kind of a tiger pose. Just opening out across the shoulders. Take it back again. Taking the weight to the left hand if you can, if not, go with the right hand. And lengthen that leg back. Open that right arm up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, bring the elbow to the knee. And lengthen back out. I want you to bring the right hand back onto the mat. Bring that left leg all the way around. So you're just working on that hip. Dropping the elbows down, we're coming into lizard pose. Prop yourself up if you can't go down as far. If you've got any hamstring injuries or tightness, just stay on the hands. Dig deep with the breath, really strong posture. Take an inhale, come onto the hands. Let's just stretch that right hamstring out. Let's come into our runner's lunge. So halfway back, drop the right hand on the outside of the foot. And just bringing the toes towards you, stretching that right leg out. Just sit back, hips to the back of the room. Bringing that right foot forward. Flatten down the palms. Tuck the left toes under. Bring that right leg back. Lower ourselves down. Let's just come back into a cobra. I'm going to do all that on the opposite side. I'm just going to move around so I've not got side space at the side of me with my wall. Bring ourselves back up onto all fours and we're coming on to the opposite side. So this time bringing the left arm into the centre. Bring the right arm underneath. The shoulder and the face relaxed onto the mat and that left arm out in front. And here we go, we're going to bring it into gate pose. Bring the left hand back by the side of the face. Just use that hand to steady you. Bring the left leg out to the side, outer edge of the foot. Try and engage it down towards the floor. Use this left hand here, just engaging the body, pushing that. Bring the left hand onto the side of the left thigh, bring the right arm all the way over. Bring both hands down onto the floor and take that left leg back. Toes down, heel back, really engaged. So if we struggle with balance, leave the left hand down and take the right arm out. If you want to challenge yourself, take the weight to the right hand, open the left side of the body towards the ceiling, and stretch. Bring the elbow and the knee in towards each other, like a kind of a crunch. And take that stretch back out. Bring that left hand back onto the mat. Bring the leg all the way around. Plant the left foot on the inside, and the left hand on the inside of the left foot, and come down into lizard pose. And like I say, stay up like this if this is strong enough on your hamstring, or bring yourself down. Few more breaths here. Take an inhale, come up onto the hands. Drop the left hand back on the outside of the left foot while we come into runner's lunge, taking the body back. Lifting the toes. Sit those hips back. Engage the core. Bring the body weight forwards, dropping both hands back down onto the mat. Bring the left hand on the inside of the left foot. Tuck the right toes under, take the left leg back and lower down into cobra. Tuck the toes under, coming into downward dog. Hips back. Bring the feet back in. I'll just walk that out a little. Just stretch all the way. From the top of the hamstring all the way down to the Achilles. Keep the knees soft, bend into it for a little if you like. Pushing the weight back. Take an inhale. Engage the core, and I want you to walk the hands back to join the feet. Come into the willow pose. Flatten down the hands underneath the feet so the toes are coming all the way to the wrist. Shoulders away from the ears. Nice and soft through the knees to start with. Take a flat back and look forwards as you take the inhale. And then exhale, lengthen out the hips, bringing the head towards the knees. Lifting through the hips and naturally lengthen out the legs for you. Release the hands. Take an inhale, come all the way above, so we're all the way up. And bring the palms, the fingers spread wide, thumbs together. Exhale, take a back bend, so just nice and gentle. Just lifting the chest up towards the ceiling, opening through the abdomen. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart centre. Forward fold, just like we would on a sun salutation. Bring the hands down to the mat, knees nice and soft, and walk the hands back forwards into our downward dog. Taking a weight into the right foot, left leg in the air behind. Really lifting through, and really come onto the ball of the foot. So you can open out that left hip and drop the left heel towards the right buttock. Look forwards, bring that left foot through. Drop the right knee and toes. Take an inhale, reach high with the arms. So drop the hips, but lengthen the arms. And really open. And take it back very slightly. So you're coming forwards with the hip and you're just taking that back bend. Bringing both hands back down onto the mat. Leave the right hand down. Take the left arm up. Now if you can pull that right heel in towards the buttock and drop back with the left hand, go with that. If not, stay where you are. Release that right foot, bring the left hand back down, tuck the right toes under, and lift the left leg back. Come back into downward dog. Engage the core, look forwards, walk the feet to join the hands this time. Take a yogi toe lock, 2 fingers in between your first and second toe. At the moment the arms are lying on line with the shin bones. Rotate the shoulder blades away from the ears. Pull the belly in, flat back, take an inhale. Look forward, and as we exhale, let the elbows come out to the side. Bring the head down towards the knee, lift the hips. Pull the belly in towards the spine, look forward, flat back again. Release the hands, take them back down onto the mat, flatten the palms down, bend the knees so you can get down there and walk the feet back into downward dog. Let's go on the opposite side, take the weight into the left foot, right leg in the air. Come onto the ball of the foot so you can drop the right heel to the left buttock this time. And then look forwards, bring that right foot all the way through. I've just done it on the wrong side, haven't I? Sorry guys. Back here, drop the knee and toes. I'm confused which side I've done it on. Opposite side. Bring the arms up. I was right the first time. Lengthen the arms, drop back slightly. Bring in those hands down. Left hand down, right arm up. Bring in the heel in. Drop the hands down. Pull that heel in towards the buttock. Releasing that foot, bringing the hand back down onto the mat. Flatten down the palms. This time I want you to bring the left foot, or the foot you've got back, to join the front foot. Take an inhale, slowly coming to the top of the mat. I'm at the opposite side of the mat than I usually am, so this is why I'm confused. Bring the hands to the heart centre. I'm going to come back to my usual place. From here, we're going to go with that Shiva pose that I've done a couple of times. So we're going to take the weight into the left foot. Bring the right foot up and bring the arms up. So into our stork pose first. As the arms come down, you bring the left hand around and wrap it around and you open the body. From there, let's bring the body forwards. Let's take it back into Warrior 3. Right leg back, take your gaze forward, lead with the chest. Take an inhale, exhale, let's challenge ourselves. Let's come down onto the mat with the fingers. And we're going to just walk the hands back very slightly and bring the head in towards the knee. It becomes a compass pose. And lift that right leg in the air as high as you can. Drop that foot down and behind, just like you would in Warrior. Take an inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Sit down into the hip. Drop the hands down and behind. We're coming into Bound Warrior. Bring the shoulder blades in. Take an inhale. Exhale, forward fold, lifting the arms. Just take a couple of breaths. Engage your core, belly in towards the spine. Bringing the body up. Bring the hands to the heart center. Transfer the body weight. So we're opening those arms out. Body comes towards the camera. Coming into Skandasana, so bend that back knee, lengthen the front. Bring the hands back to the heart center. Open back out. Come back to the center, bring both feet, bring hands onto the hips. Inhale and exhale, fall forward. Bring the hands behind, clasp them, lift them. Take the gaze back between the legs. Pull the belly in towards the spine, slowly coming up. Hands back onto the hips. Take the right foot facing forward, so we're coming to the opposite side of the mat. I can trust myself to do that. Bring the hands to the heart center. Top of the mat. This time we're bringing the left knee up, coming into stork pose, arms up. Open out into Shiva, so the left arm comes behind, the right hand wraps around that left knee. I know I'm nearly off the mat, sorry guys. Bringing it back into Warrior. Lengthening that left leg. Drop the hands down, come into our compass pose. So the hands will land in front naturally, just walk them back a little, slightly more in line with the foot. And bring the head towards the knee, lifting that left leg. Inhale and exhale, drop that left foot down and behind. Bringing the body up, bring the hands to the heart centre. And bring the palms down. We're going to come into our bound warrior. Palms, interlaced fingers, lengthen down past the tailbone. Engage the core. And exhale, fold forward. Belly in towards the spine, take an inhale, slowly, slowly coming up. Bring the hands to the heart centre. Open the body, so the right arm comes in front, left arm comes behind. Transfer the body weight into Skandasana. Bring the palms to the heart centre. And lengthen. Open out. Bring the arms above the head. Hold on to the elbows, let's come into goddess pose, take an inhale. Exhale, sit down. So again, we can just stay here if this is enough. If you want to, come onto the toes, which is the extension. Go with that. Lowering the feet back down if you're up. Exhale, bring the arms down. Palms to the floor, lengthen the legs. Bring the gaze back between the knees. Walk the palms back so the fingers are going back and behind. Lengthen those arms back, keep lifting the hips and bring the gaze forward. Walk the palms back to the front. Settle the right hand into the centre, left arm up towards the ceiling. So we've got our advancements on this. Stay here if this is deep enough for your back or your hamstrings. If you want to go deeper, take the right hand onto the left foot. And of course you can always bend into that left knee, dropping the right elbow down. Or whichever one you're feeling today. Take an inhale and on the exhale, bring that left hand down. Inhale, lifting that right arm. And again, any of the advancements, you can take the right hand over. You can bend into the right knee and take the elbow down. Bringing the right hand down. Take the hands onto the hips, engage the core. Slowly, slowly coming up. We're coming into triangle pose. So just heel toe the feet in very slightly if they're too wide. Take the left foot towards the top of the mat, right foot stays where it is. Open the arms. Take an inhale, and as we exhale, windmill the arms down. So this left hand comes down on the inside of the left foot. Really open the right side out to the body. We're going to do a bird of paradise in a moment. Not done one of those for a while. And I've done Sophie like those. Drop the right hand down, take the left arm up. Bring the left hand down on the outside of the left foot. Come into half moon pose. Both hands can stay down if you want to. Lengthen into the left leg, lift your right. Open out into one-handed if you go in with that. Coming back down, falling all over the place today. Bring the right hand back down. Right foot back down. Slowly, slowly bringing ourselves up. Hands to heart centre. Drop the right foot back. Left foot in front. Open the arms into warrior. Come into right angle pose. Inhale and exhale into extended right angle. So if this is deep enough, stay here. You want to go with your bird of paradise. Drop the right hand down and behind. So we're coming into a bind. Take this left shoulder really, really close to the knee. And rotate the palm around so we hold on to the hand behind and open the body. Take the weight forwards into the left foot and bring that right foot up. Take a bend in this right knee and come onto the ball of the foot of the left so the body weight transfers. And then we take an inhale and lift. Nice and steady. Now if you're up there and you're steady and you want to extend it, you're lengthening that left leg. If not, if this has been enough for you, and come back out, stay there for a few more moments. Open those legs. Release back out into that triangle pose again. Just get a nice stretch. Take an inhale, windmill those arms back up. And the left foot forward, right foot facing the bottom of the mat. Come into triangle pose. Lifting that left arm nice and long with the body. Trying to stay here, sort of in shot. Take an inhale, exhale, drop the left hand, revolve triangle, right arm up. Right hand down on the outside of the foot. Take the body weight forwards into the right leg, lifting the left. Open out into one hand if you want to. Bring the left foot to join the right. Slowly, slowly coming up. Hands to the heart centre. Drop the left foot back. Open out into warrior. Come into right angle pose. Take an inhale and exhale, extended right angle. So again, if this is deep enough, feel free to just stay here and just enjoy the stretch. If you're going deeper, drop the right shoulder really close under the knee and bring the left arm back. Trying to open the body helps you to just balance that bit better. Take the weight forward into the right foot, bring the left foot up. Take the body weight back into that left foot, lift onto the right toes. And the lift has to be with the inhale because it's really heavy otherwise. And coming up. And straighten that front leg. Not as strong on this side. You can feel the standing leg is slightly bent. So what you're aiming for is a stronger standing leg. When you're ready to come back out, just come straight back into your triangle and get a really, really nice stretch. Bring the hand back down. Bring yourself back to the centre. Just heel toe the feet in very slightly, feet not too wide. Bring the hands to the heart centre and then just sit down into our Hindi squat and adjust your feet if they're too wide. And just take a moment there. Nice deep breaths. Quite a lot of movement in that first half an hour of class. Come into your crow pose. Practice your side crow, practice your headstand, whatever it is that we are doing. Your fallen angel. Whatever arm balance you want, have a play around with that. And when you've finished, this time bring yourself down onto the knees. I know I'm normally going to cobbler's pose there, but you know, mix it up a bit on a Sunday morning. Onto the knees. Going to come into camel pose. So we're bringing ourselves up onto the knees. Take the hands into the lower back, rotate the shoulder blades in. Take an inhale and lift. So this is really, for me, it's called a back bend, but it's really, I think, that opening the front of the body. The hips here are pushing forward, the thighs, the quads are working. The shoulders opening out, the whole of the abdomen is opening. The throat, just lengthening up. I always feel a challenge in the breath in and out through the nostrils when the throat's open. Exhale, bringing the chin back down towards the chest, just lengthen out the back of the neck. Our second camel pose, for those of you that are not confident with your back, struggle with your back, don't feel you've quite got the flexibility, feel free to come onto one hand at a time. Just bear with me, I'll do the first one, the full posture first, and then I'll come back to you and do that second posture, the one-handed one, so just bear with me. Tuck the toes under. Take an inhale, and as we exhale, we're dropping back onto the heels, but we're not leaving any weight there. We're to push the hips and the chest lifting up towards the ceiling. Take the gaze back. Stay there if you're on two hands. For those of you on one hand, drop the right hand back. Lift the left arm up, but still lengthening that left arm up and still pushing all the hips and everything forward. And if you feel a little bit more confident, start to take that arm back, and that will increase the stretch in the back. And then when you've had enough on that side, go with the other. For those of you all the way down, feel free to come back up, take the hands onto the hips. And flatten down the toes. Everybody coming with me now, soften down the toes, sit back onto the heels, and bring the chin to the chest, just rest the hands. Lengthen out the back of the neck. Take an inhale, and as we exhale, bring the elbows to the wrist down onto the mat. Just going to stretch out the backs of the legs. Tuck the toes under, so it's a downward dog leg with a dolphin arm. So lifting the hips. Now you can take your legs further out if you struggle with that. If you want to get a little bit higher and a little bit more of a stretch, bring the knees in and really lift the hips a little bit higher. Bring your gaze forward. So go wherever you want to go on that. When you're ready, come back down onto the knees. Sit back onto the heels. I'm going to come into Virishasana. I'm going to come into side plank and then into a wild thing. Let's get a really, really good stretch on today. Bring both hands onto the mat. Tuck the toes under. Bring ourselves into a plank. Left hand into centre. Left foot into the centre. Come onto the outer edge of the foot and step the right foot on top. Lift that right arm. Open the legs if you want to. Everybody dropping that right foot back and behind. Flatten down the foot, bend the knee. Lift the hips and the body up towards the ceiling. Bring the gaze all the way back, lengthening that right arm. Bring that right hand back on the mat. Right foot back. Take chaturanga. Or cobra. Stretch the back the opposite way. Tuck the toes under. Downward dog. Yeah, nice stretch. Now our feet should be in the right place, so we're going to come onto the balls of the feet and rotate the body weight back over, and that should bring us back into our plank, ready to go on the opposite side. Right hand into centre, right foot, come on the outer edge of the right foot, stack the left foot, open the body. Again, we can come out onto that if we want, if not just drop the foot behind and bring that left arm back into our wild thing. Bringing that left hand over. Lower ourselves down, knees, chest, chin. Come into Sphinx this time, like we did at the start of the practice. Lift the chest, bring the shoulder blades in towards each other. Take an inhale, and as we exhale, bring the belly down, bring the chest down. Bring the hands back, we're going to come into bow pose, hold onto the ankles. Shoulder blades in. Gaze coming forwards, take an inhale and lift. Lowering down, let's come back into puppy dog pose. Chest and chin towards the mat. If you want to extend puppy dog pose, come onto the elbows, bring the palms together. Take the chin and the chest down onto the mat, but bring the thumbs touching the neck behind. And that just goes a little bit deeper. Inhale, come all the way back over onto the belly. We're going to come into locust pose. Two options with the arms. We can take the arms out in front, making a prayer position, and you lift the arms. Or you can bring the hands behind and you lift this way. Feet, toes pointing backwards. Really lengthen the legs, but what we want to do is from the buttocks all the way down to the toes, everything is engaged, everything is closed. When you're ready, take whichever arms you want to take. Take an inhale and lift. Keep breathing, don't hold the breath. 2 more breaths. And exhale down. Just take the left ear to the mat. Relax the arms by the side of the body. Just take a wiggle in the hips. Just release any tension you've just created in that lower back. Take a few breaths there. Just regulate the breath. Bring everything back down. Inhale, exhale. Not many exercise classes where you get to lie down. Well, that you're allowed to anyway. I'm sure Mark could have you all back up again. Hands underneath the armpits, pushing ourselves back up onto all fours. Sit back and roll the feet forward. Lord of the fishes. So, again, a couple of different options. I'm going to go with the simplest option for those to follow. Those of you guys that know the more advanced versions and practice those versions, feel free. So bringing the right knee in, taking the right hand behind, flatten the palm down. So the very simplest option, if you're struggling with the twist, will be to bring the arm around. I'm going to go with the middle. Take an inhale, lift that left arm up and drop a left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Get a really good twist through the body. If you want a nicer twist, a deeper twist again, drop that arm and just push the knee away. So just go where your body's taking you today. Take an inhale, and as we exhale, releasing that left arm, bring the right hand forward. And as you know, if you're in the more advanced pose, you're going to have to lean forward a little bit more again, and bring that right arm around. Bring the left arm around to join it. Rotate the body to the left. Lengthen through the spine. Sky, don't stop barking. Sorry, the dog's about to bark. Releasing the arms, taking that right foot on the outside of the left. Taking the weight over to the left, rolling slightly over onto that left hip. Take hold of those right toes, lift into the arm balance. Leave this out if you're new or if you're struggling to do this. Or have a go at it. You might want to challenge yourself. Bringing yourself back down, lengthening that right leg out. Bringing the left knee in. Take the left hand behind. Right arm up. Take an inhale and exhale, come on the outside. Open the body. Inhale, and as we exhale, releasing that right arm, bring the left arm forwards and come around. This time we're opening the body to the right side. Really rotate the right shoulder in, lengthen through the spine. Releasing those arms. Take the right foot on the outside of the left knee. Take the right hand to the side. I think some people find it easy to come back here. I prefer to come here. So have a play around with the position of your arm in relation to your shoulder. Roll over onto the right side of the hip. Hold onto the left toes. Now this is really difficult if you've got a dodgy hamstring. So sometimes when you can't get up, it isn't about your upper strength, it's about the rest of your body. So just planting that left foot down into the mat and lift. And up again. Bringing that down when you're ready. Lengthening both legs out. Take an inhale, lengthen through the body, and exhale. Let's just take a really nice simple forward fold. Aiming towards the toes. If you can't hold on to the feet or the toes, rest your hands on your thighs, on your shins, sorry. But push those legs down into the mat. Really stretching the shoulders as well. So take the hips back and take your gaze forward. So you should have quite a nice flat back. Slowly, slowly bringing the body up. Take the palms underneath the armpits. Flatten down the feet. Lift the hips. Take them towards the heels. Come into an up table, so lifting the belly and the hips. Push the floor away with the hands. Take the gaze back. Exhale, coming back down just the same way. Take the hips to the heels and lengthen those legs back out. Bring the soles of the feet in. Let's take our cobbler's pose. Taking hold of the feet. You can come across the shins or we can go underneath, whichever you prefer. Taking the head down towards the feet. Take some really nice big deep breaths there, just to really open through the shoulders. Just let the neck fall so everything's nice and heavy. Take an inhale, and as we exhale, releasing the hands, flattening the palms down onto the mat. And then just releasing the legs, so we're opening the legs, letting the arms be weighed down by the legs underneath. Take an inhale and exhale, and just allow the chest to fall forward. Again, take the hips towards the back of the room. Releasing the hands. Slowly, slowly coming back up. Lengthen those legs. Bringing the right foot in. Take the left hand along that left foot and open the side of the body. Inhale, and as we exhale, drop this right hand behind, take the weight into the right knee, and just lift the left side of the body, and just get a nice stretch in the opposite direction. It's a little bit like a wild thing, I suppose, a little easier on the body, and then bringing that back down. Opposite side, right leg out, bring the left knee in. I'm going to prop my dodgy knee up on this one. Taking that right hand down the inside and bringing the left arm over. Inhale, and as we exhale, releasing that left hand down. Take the weight into that left knee and open the body. Move back over. Let's move into bridge pose. Lying down on the mat. Heels towards the buttocks. Completely flat in the body. Palms down on the mat, tuck the chin in towards the chest. Take an inhale and lift. Hips towards the ceiling, chin in towards the chest. Inhale, and as we exhale, very, very slowly coming down onto the mat. And bring the knees in towards the chest. And just hug the knees for a moment. rock side to side if that feels good on the back. I'm going to go second bridge pose. Any variation that you want, any variation that you're practicing. Feel free to do the fancy stuff. Bring yourself into a crab and take one leg in the air, one arm in the air, any of those things. I'm going to go somewhere in between by walking the shoulder blades underneath. Push the feet down into the mat, take an inhale and lift. Clasp the hands, walk the shoulder blades under a little more. When we're ready, release the hands. Let the shoulders out slightly. Wherever you are now, start to bring yourself back down. Bring the knees in towards the armpits. Take happy baby pose. Hands on the inside of the feet. Arms lying on the inside of the shins. And take a quick roll around. My dog snoring really loudly, apologies. Not sure if the microphone's picking her up over the music. Taking those feet down, lengthening out the legs. So lengthen the right leg out, sorry, bring the left knee in. I'm going to take this right hand on the outside of the left knee. I'm going to bring the left arm out, or just a cactus if you're short on space. And bring in that right knee, the left knee over to the right. And we're trying to keep the shoulder and the back is connected to the mat, or the upper back connected to the mat as we can. Doesn't matter how far over the knee comes. And you can stay there. If you want to extend the stretch, bring that right foot up and drop the left hand down to hold up. And we'll be stretching the quad as well on the right. Back over and lengthening that left leg back out. Bring the right knee in. Left hand on the outside of the right knee, cactus or straight arm. Take an inhale and exhale over to the left. And again, stay there if this is a deep enough stretch and this is all you want to do. If you go in with the other, bring in that left foot up, right hand hold on. Gently bringing the right knee back over. Bringing ourselves into Shavasana. So take any style of Shavasana that you want to take. Get yourself some pillows, cushions, anything that you want to at this moment. Just give you a moment to get yourself ready. When we're ready, just lying down or seated, whatever your comfortable position is, and just take some nice, big, deep breaths. Breathing in and out. And with the next breath, if you haven't already, just gently closing the eyes. And start to feel the weight of the body. Start noticing the points of contact. Everything that's connected to your mat, your floor, wherever you lay right now, or sat. And maybe noticing some sounds. So just bringing the mind into the physical senses. Just settling back into the space around you. And just bringing the attention a little more towards the body as you scan from head to toe. And noticing any areas that feel particularly comfortable or even uncomfortable. Meditation is around starting to make friends with the uncomfortable, I suppose. And just building up a picture of how your body's feeling and noticing if there's any particular mood that might be around you or that you're just feeling at the moment. And acknowledging that feeling and allowing it to just be. And now gently shift your focus to the rise and the fall of the breath. Or wherever you feel it strongest in the body right now, maybe in the chest or the belly, wherever that breath sits is just fine. And as you become increasingly comfortable with following the natural rhythm of the breath, I'd like to just imagine now a steady flow from above the head. And it flows almost like liquid sunlight. It's very smooth, very warm, very clear, uncomfortably bright. And it's almost like taking a mental shower. It flows down through the top of the head, down the neck, into the back of the body, down the spine and the arms, into the fingertips. It flows down through the buttocks and the hips and along the hamstrings, through the knees, the calves into the heels, now along the sole of the feet, into the tips of the toes. So this feeling travels all the way down. And it's good to fill up the body as though the body's a container. Just melting away tension, any discomfort. And you just follow it as it travels down through the body. And you're just feeling it as it fills up the toes, one at a time. Just mentally acknowledging each toe as it goes through. And now it starts to continue upwards. It starts to travel up through the feet, to the heels, the ankles, upward towards the knees, and just melting away any tension. And just focusing on the spaciousness, the brightness, the warmth, as it continues up the upper half of the leg towards the hip and the pelvis area. Continuing with that idea, a slow, steady flow coming into the body and just melting away any tension. As it continues up through the trunk of the body, and the stomach, the lower back, and up towards the diaphragm. And just melting away any tension. Continues to flow up through the chest and the upper back, all the way to the tops of the shoulders. It continues to flow down both arms, towards the elbows, the hands, And this is filling up one finger at a time. And moving upwards through the hands into the wrists. And again, just as it fills upwards towards the elbows and the shoulders, just melts away any tension. And we continue to travel upward in the neck and the throat area, up through the head and all the muscles in and around the face, until it gets to the very top of the body. Though the entire body now is full of that very spacious, clear feeling, it continues to flow downwards. Just resting the mind in that space. And just let go of any focus for a moment. Just allow the mind to just rest there in that space. Just pause. A purposeful, mindful pause. Enjoy the stillness, enjoy the quiet within. Enjoy the breath, the sensation of the air, cool as it inhales, as it flows in through the nostrils, and warm as we exhale. And just bringing attention back into the body again. Start to feel the weight of the body, the physical points of contact, and as you start to notice the sounds or the smells, just bring yourself back into the space around you, the space that's been held for you this morning in your yoga practice. And without opening your eyes, just be aware of everything that's around us. Wiggle the fingers and toes and start to bring some movement into the body. If you're in any other than traditional Shavasana, just lengthen those legs back out, lengthen the arms by the side of the body. Bringing the feet together, point the toes away from the body and take the arms above the head, interlinking the fingers. Taking that full body stretch. Take a big inhale. And as we exhale, just gently bringing the knees, wrapping them around the chest, around the shins, bringing the knees in towards the chest. And just gently rock side to side. And then when you're ready, roll over onto your right hand side. And just take a few breaths there so we don't become lightheaded, we don't get up too quick. And then bringing ourselves nice and gently to a seated position. Bringing ourselves on our mat onto a cross-legged position if it feels comfortable. Bring our hands to our heart centre. Bring the thumbs together, push the thumbs in against the chest. Shoulders away from the ears, nice and tall through the crown. Take your last deep inhale and exhale of today's practice. Take a moment of gratitude to our bodies for everything it's given us to take part in our practice today. And everything it's about to give us for the rest of our day, or if we're doing this in the evening, it has been already. And to our hearts and minds for taking an hour from our day to bring us to this healthier, deeper level of understanding of our bodies and our minds. A new day does not begin with a sunrise, it starts with clear vision, fresh eyes and an open heart. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice. Shante, Shante, Shante. Namaste. Thank you everybody, I hope you enjoyed that. It was a good strong practice this morning. have a wonderful working week and take care of yourselves. Namaste. Wake this snoring dog up now.